Over the summer, there have been changes to UFC Mobile 2, and they are a vast improvement. Hey guys, FinallyHeSleeps here, back with another UFC Mobile 2 video. Tonight we're going to talk about some recent gameplay changes that have positively affected the game. First though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube and turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live for UFC or any other stuff I post videos on regularly. Subscribing here at YouTube is the quickest and easiest way to support the channel, and it doesn't cost a cent. UFC Mobile 2 implemented a big update over the summer that added a lot of components to the game. Stun ability, ability buttons, ability misses, and a few visuals that are big helps when building teams and deciding who is fighting who. If you're playing the game already, you've probably figured out most of these by now, but if you're new to UFC or wondering about the game, just peep this. You look under the fighter's health bars, you'll see a smaller stun bar. This is a new component that pushes you toward a few seconds of stun for your opponent when they stand in a daze and they're like, and that allows you to pretty much wail on them unopposed for a while. The stun bar increases with each hit, but also decreases with time, so it rewards you with just quickly attacking and staying on them. If you see yourself being stunned, take a break from the action, back up, parry or block to give you time to cool down. One other note, if your opponent is stunned, make sure you avoid triggering abilities that only work as counterattacks, where their hands go up, looking for a chance to grapple and turn your opponent's attack against them, because if they're stunned, they're not going to attack, you can't counterattack, and you just stand there like not knowing what to do. The next change is a visual one. When you're picking fighters for a specific fight, you can now quickly see which fighter has a style advantage or a style disadvantage with a small yellow up arrow or a red down arrow to the right of their star rating. Remember, these are based on the fight wheel and can either make or break a fight, especially at the higher levels, either giving a massive attack and HP bonus or taking that away and giving it to your opponent. The biggest change has to be the ability buttons. Before the update, when your ability bar reached its threshold, all you had to do was click the button and unleash hell. Now this update adds a targeting component to most abilities that require you to time a second press of a button to land the ability, and in some cases land the follow-up or follow-ups once you've taken your opponent to the mat. There are two rings, an outer blue ring and an inner yellow ring. If you can time the click to hit the blue ring, you'll earn a success and score a standard hit for the ability. If you time it just right though and hit the yellow, you'll earn a perfect and score a critical hit instead. Another addition is the miss button. When your opponent triggers their ability, if it requires a grasp to initiate, you'll have the chance to counter it with your own button to force a miss. Now this can be crucial in the fights that get really tight towards the end, and if you're watching your opponent's ability bar max out and you're trying to miss that, that massive showstopper, the miss button is going to definitely come into play. Now it's pretty easy to use right now, but it should get more difficult as the game continues to evolve. One last note on the new ability buttons. I mentioned earlier that they appear on most abilities. That's because they do not appear on kickboxer and striker abilities. Those are also not counterable with a miss button. So it's a lot. Once head-to-head comes into play, it's going to be a matter of which one you want, because you need to understand what those abilities are. Now, the big plus to these abilities is that they're taking us one step closer to player versus player. Being able to counter abilities and force misses means once head-to-head is added to the game, the fights will be much more interesting and difficult on both sides. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be game-changing. Literally, it's going to completely change the game, being able to fight against other people. That's what we're waiting for. That is the big thing that's on the near horizon with UFC Mobile. And why do we know that? Because they still have head-to-head quests in the game, and they've been there all year long. They would have taken them out by now if there's no plan to implement this. That's it, guys. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you download UFC Mobile 2 and give it a try. UFC Mobile 2 is still in its infancy as a mobile game, and they're constantly making updates to improve it and add depth to the gameplay. Now, I've been playing this every day since its release earlier in the year because it's a welcome break to the other games I spend so much time in. But it has, admittedly, it's lacked diversity to make it worthwhile to stream and put out regular content. That's unfortunate, but it is something that I am playing every day. Now, this last update during the summer was a monumental step in the right direction, though, and as long as they keep pushing toward more immersive gameplay and hopefully start creating events that allow us to make choices instead of just following down a linear path, all grinding towards the same rewards, I can see this becoming a larger part of my regular content. Now, if you're looking for additional tips and tricks, my UFC partner in crime, Games with Dustin, streams UFC Mobile 2 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch at 9:15 p.m. UTC. Also, don't forget to catch the official EA Dev stream with Shay every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. UTC for exclusive info on the game, upcoming events, giveaways, and more. That's it. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.